Now let's dive into some more information about this because honestly, guys, I think that we're actually going to be seeing more of this because people are struggling, and it's just something that we all have to deal with, and maybe we can give you some tools about how to handle that in your own life. I'm hoping that you've gotten some ideas. I think some great tips have been thrown out, but let's look at some stats. According to a recent study by the Lending Tree, 73% of Americans are still waiting to be repaid by family and friends for money they lent. This highlights the financial and emotional toll of informal lending. And a 2023 survey by Bankrate found that nearly 1 in 3 Americans reported financial strain due to not being repaid by family and friends. So, Dr. Lene, I am going to ask you, have you ever harmed your financial house and then felt some kind of way when someone did not repay you? And how did you deal with that relationship?
I'm going to say that if being the operative word here, I do lend money, chances are I'm not getting it back. So if it does come back to me, I'm like, okay, cool, a little extra something, hey. But if it doesn't, I would know I wasn't getting it back, no way. So that's kind of how I go into things. But me personally, it stresses me out when I owe somebody money. Like, we'll get to that in a second, but it stresses me out. I don't even want to talk to you if I owe you money. Like, just leave me alone for a second. Let me figure it out, and then I'll come back around. So I kind of understand when somebody owe you money. It feels awkward to owe somebody money. I don't want that for us. So I'm just not gonna give it to you.
I just love a little giggle right after that.
I don't want us to be awkward. So how about ask somebody else so we can be cool?
Well, I mean, that is a perfect segue into our next video. But first, I want to say what Black Lexicon said. So hard to do when you have got it and they don't. It took my dad a long time to get there. So listen, we're talking about intimate family. This is not just your cousin on the left-hand side. Sometimes it can be very close. Sometimes it could be your children, and maybe you've given them a little too much. Sometimes it could be your parents. I have to, I'll share something here. It's not easy to share, but I'm going to share it anyway. My dad was an alcoholic. And every time I saw my dad wanted money and I knew what he would spend it on. So you want to talk about hard and emotional. And this is my parent, but I want to give to you, but I also know it's probably not going to go to something that should be done. Okay. And I forget giving it back. I'm now talking about seeing harm done to someone that I love very much. And so I never got the alcohol gene. I'm never smoked or anything, but that was very hard on me. So this is not just about finance. It's about emotional. And Dr. Lene, you said, listen, I'm just not even going to talk to you right now, but that's stressful, right? So I
It is
want to check
stressful.
out this video because this kind of addresses it a little bit. Let's check it out.